Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your reading. Hope you're all doing really well. Feels a while since I've read for you. I think it was about 3 weeks ago, so I need to get a move on. Anyway, let's get straight into it. Welcome if you're joining us for the first time. Spirit, we're with Aquarius, please. We have accelerated motion, intuition, patience and planning. Okay, I'm just going to go with the bottom of the deck now. So we have the card of fertility on the bottom. Aquarius, something's moving really fast for you at the moment. Again, I always say these are general readings, so whichever area of your life this resonates with, then, you know, please take it as it is. Fast forward movement. I get the feeling you're in this energy already. I don't get the feeling that this is going to come as news to you. I think you are maybe very busy at the moment, Aquarius. You may have a lot going on, and it feels like maybe some of you have had some obstacles to overcome. I say this because of these rocky mountains in the background. Feels like you're going to be moving through or moving over obstacles, you know, at lightning speed. So if you are in a very busy phase of your life, or you have got one area of your life where things have been a bit tricky, it looks like you're just going to go straight forward, straight past, you know, any of those challenges that have been presented, which is great energy. But it feels like, you know, there's a real inner urgency about it. It's almost like, you know, you're rushing through something at the moment. I'll be intrigued when we get the tarot out in a moment to see what the clarity is around that, because, as I say, it feels like a rushing energy at the moment, and I want to know what that's all about. I do think, though, because we see the intuition card in the center of your reading, so I do feel that, you know, whatever steps you're taking at the moment in order to move things forward, I do actually feel that you are letting your inner spirit, your inner soul guide you in your decision making and in the actions you take moving forward. Interesting that we have this large door here, and the message here is about letting your intuition guide you in the right direction, knowing which doors to open and which doors to close. And again, this is kind of intriguing for me, this reading, Aquarius. It's got a very interesting energy, because while we see this rushing forward energy here, it's almost like, yes, you're letting your intuition guide you, but I'm going to be interested to see what the tarot say about it, because I don't know if there's a word of warning here or whether you're on totally the right track. I'm getting very mixed messages, so it could be different for, you know, different Aquarians that are watching this reading. I do feel, though, that things will be able to slow down. We do have the card of patience and planning. We do have this lovely bright light behind these two pillars, and the pillars signify stability in this particular reading. And, you know, I do think that the pace will slow and will allow you to plan the way forward as well, because what we have here is the card of fertility. Now, in this sense, this is about new beginnings. This is about you nurturing something in your life. It could be self-care. It could be you approaching life in a whole new way. It could be you nurturing a project or looking after someone else. But it kind of feels like this is very much your energy, your new start, your new approach, Aquarius. So I'm going to get straight into the tarot, because there is a lot of intrigue around this reading. I'm going to go for this set of tarot today. Oh, here we have a card already. Yeah, Tower moment. Are you rebuilding something, Aquarius? I love the Tower card because the Tower card is very much about things breaking down in order to, you know, rebuild. And with it coming up here with accelerated motion, it may be that you've been through a rocky time and you're now eager to push forward and get past that rocky time in order to rebuild. Let's get another tarot and see if they give us more information regarding that. So yes, maybe you have had some difficulties or a lot of challenges in recent times, and you're now feeling that you can push forward. As I said, things are a lot more clear. I think you're going to be you know, approaching things in quite an analytical way, which is interesting because we have this card of intuition. So, you know, the King of Swords is very direct, you know, very clear thinking, very logical thinking, very, can be quite cold, can be quite harsh. So it may be that because of the difficulties that you've been through or the challenges you faced, Aquarius, you may have stepped into this energy of just thinking things through, being focused and going for it, rather than let emotion get in the way. I don't know whether you've dealt with something emotional and that's where all the rockiness came from and that's what broke down. And now you're taking a much more logical approach to move forward. Let's see what they give us for intuition. Spirit, why have we got the intuition card? Yeah, something here about the work you're putting into something. So, you know, the guidance in terms of moving forward is about using your intuition, getting the balance between your intuition and your clear thinking in order to focus on the job in hand, basically. Now, this can be around anything. As I said, it's a general reading. So this could be around a work situation, a financial situation, especially because we have Pentacles. But equally, this is about work you're putting into something for stability. So this could apply to relationships as well. So let's see. What else do you want? Oops, that's jumpy, Spirit. Thank you. Yeah, I think this is really about you moving forward to put down roots for your stability. We've got very powerful energies here because we've got the two kings together. So we've got you in logical mind, but also the King of Pentacles here is very steady. He's put work in. We see this with the Seven of Pentacles. And, you know, this is where your intuition will help bring in the balance. Rather than this speedy King of Swords energy, because swords is a fast energy with swords cards. And swords, the King of Swords here may want to push forward, just be very single-minded and achieve what he wants to achieve. I say he just because it's a king. It's the energy we're talking about, obviously. But the King of Pentacles kind of slows things down a little. And this is where they're bringing in your intuition, slowing things down a little, following your inner voice, as well as the voices that are going on in your head, basically, your conscious thoughts. So they're saying, pay attention to your intuition. Also, you are going to get to where you want to be. There is a lot of stability ahead of you, but it's important that you get that balance between the fast-moving King of Swords and your intuition to actually have a more rounded approach. The King of Pentacles has achieved a lot. You know, he's there with his abundance. I always like the look of that cake. Look, it looks like a lovely chocolate cake. But, you know, he's got his chocolate, his wine, he's at peace with himself because he's built a beautiful home. He's got his animals around him. He's at peace with himself because he was steady and, you know, he's achieved a lot. So, you know, it is there for you, Aquarius. whatever aspect of your life this is, there is going to be a very positive outcome for you, and you will feel back in control of your circumstances. Interesting, we have the Five of Swords coming up at this point, because we have patience and planning, obviously. We have some conflict there. So again, Spirit is saying you need to make sure things are balanced here, because otherwise you could end up with some conflict going on. It's a bit like a bull in a china shop, isn't it? If you sort of rush in, there'll be chaos. But if you take a more measured approach and listen to your heart and your head, you're less likely to have this conflict. There's some sort of big change ahead for you. It's really positive, I always feel, especially on this side of a reading, to see the Death card coming up, because the Death card is about a major change. So I do feel that there have been a number of changes in your life. You've had a period of things to get through. Things have maybe broken down. You've had to rebuild. You've had to push past obstacles. Then, you're taking the time to put work into a situation. You're being advised to be very measured to avoid any conflict in your planning the way forward. So it may be that you've got other people around you, Aquarius, that, have a part in this decision making. It could be a partner, it could be a family member, but, whatever decision is being made here, or whatever life change is being made, could apply to even children in your setting. So they're saying, to avoid any upheaval, any arguments around that particular issue, leading to this big change. This balance is very, very important. You are going to be planning it quite well, because it comes up with the patience and planning, which is what we were just talking about. Why do we have fertility here? It's interesting that we have the Death card coming up right next to the fertility card as well, because, as I said earlier, this talks of new beginnings, Yeah, it could be some sort of partnership. We see everything on this particular Lovers cards in twos. We see two people, we see two cats. It's a warm energy. It's a loving energy. It's something that is special to you, I feel. This new beginning is something that maybe you've been working towards. There's unity. They've just said unity to me. So there's something about unity here. So it could be that you're moving into a new relationship. Maybe you've left a previous relationship and you're moving into a new one, and you've had to go through stages of making that happen. This could be a work or business arrangement. It could literally be you starting a job with a new employer, a whole new start for you, and joining forces with a new employer, or business partnership. As I say, general reading. So whatever resonates with you in your life at the moment, Aquarius. But it's looking good, because that Lover's energy is very warm. They've just said to me another one. So let's pull another one. Thank you. It's going to move fast. We have the Chariot. I think there is going to be a lot more clarity for you, Aquarius. You see this person sitting here not sure which way to go, but actually your life is moving in a certain direction, because I think you will be listening to your intuition. It will feel right, because you will feel connected to whatever it is you're doing, or whoever it is you're being with. Yeah, I won't say what I was going to say then, because anyway. But yeah, whoever or that is, or you're going to be a lot clearer on the direction you want to take, and the movement forward is going to happen fairly quickly. So that's interesting, isn't it? The Chariot, again, fast moving card. So we started this reading with fast moving energy, and at the end of the reading, we have fast moving energy again. So it feels like you're going to have a period of time being very, very measured, as I keep saying. And I don't know why I keep coming back to that word, but this is the word that keeps coming up. You know, you're going to have that patience to plan so that it all goes well. And, you know, things are going to move at a fast pace. And on the bottom of the deck, we have a celebration. A celebration with other people. This can be family, this can be friends, this can be work colleagues, but there's definitely celebration at the end of this. So, you know, hopefully, and they're saying a few months. So we're looking at a process that leads to here. It'll be different for all of you. For some of you, it will come a lot sooner. For, you know, others, it will be a few months. To get this exactly feeling right for you. But yeah, it just, you've got a really good outcome. Again, I think your reading last time was good as well, wasn't it, Aquarius? I think we're in quite positive energy generally at the moment. So, you know, whatever trials and tribulations you went through, you may still be going through them. Know that, you know, moving forward, slowing it down a little, so that you've got time to plan things is going to really pay off for you. So Aquarius, that was very succinct. I'm going to pull a few Moonology because you know I love them. And let's draw this together. Oh, thank you. I was just going to ask then. Yeah, it's time to release any negativity. So if you've been worrying about the obstacles that you've faced, or, you know, things that have just happened in terms of things breaking down, or, you know, things not going quite as you wanted to and you've had to change direction, you know, there's no point in worrying. And I know that's easy to say. Gosh, I really do know that's easy to say. But, you know, it's time to release the negativity so you can concentrate and hear that inner voice to be able to move forward, to reach the place you want to be, Aquarius. Yeah, they're asking you to look at the bigger picture. And that's very much about letting the past go there and looking at what is possible in the future. You know, the positive direction that you want to go in. They've said one more. What do you want to tell Aquarius, please? Believe in the impossible. That's what I was just saying. You know, believe, even if you feel at the moment, if you're still in this energy where you're trying to push through some difficult parts of your life, Aquarius, it may feel to you like a positive ending isn't possible because you may feel up to your neck in it. This is why Spirit are saying release the negative energy and believe in the impossible, because, you know, when you have true belief, anything is possible. Wow. On the bottom of the deck, we have confidence is your key to success. So yeah, bit of self-belief needed here, Aquarius. I love that because that ends in a really positive but very solid way. I love the fact we had pentacles in the middle, pentacle cards in the middle, because that's very grounding, you know. So a success is more likely when you have a grounded base. So this is really positive for you. I'm going to leave it there. It kind of feels long but short. Weird. If you did enjoy that reading, you're still with me, please do join us at the channel. I'd love to have you along. And don't forget to click the like button. It all helps. Okay, take care. Have a good week, Aquarius, and I will speak to you all really soon. Bye for now.